There's a land beyond the river that we call the sweet forest.
If you have your Bibles, and hopefully you do, I'd like to turn over to 1 Corinthians. Now, my Bible is the King James Version. I know there's some people here with the International Version. Attitudes of hatred, because there are times when hatred is commanded from God. So often people in our Christian world today think we're supposed to just love everything. Just love. But let me ask the question. Was King David commanded to hate and kill Goliath? Or was he commanded to love Goliath? When Israel came into the promise, it doesn't change our responsibility. Not at all. God is looking at our love. He's not judging us by our Bible knowledge. He's not judging us by our profession of faith. It's not about how smart we are. Not about how many times we attend church or how much money we put in the offering basket or how much money we give to charity. He's looking at our love. Do we demonstrate unselfish love for our people? Christ also tells us that it reveals at how we look at ourselves. Do we have the spirit of humility? Do we have the spirit of forgiveness? In other words, our self-righteousness, our ego, our pride gets in the way of our love. It gets in the way of our forgiveness, and it gets in the way of our humility. The Apostle Paul tells us in these verses that we have just read that if we don't have love, everything else is worthless, and was unwilling to forgive someone who owed him just a few dollars. This unwillingness to forgive comes from a lack of love and a lack of humility. It may even come close to a violation of the first commandment. It is putting yourself first. It is being self-centered instead of Christ-centered. Jesus forgave us. So why do we sometimes think we don't have to forgive others? We do. Blood, common faith, and a common heritage. We can't go about looking for shortcomings in others, because if we do, we'll find them. We have to, in a sense, circle the wagons. We have to have each other's backs. We have to be willing that we are build this united front against those.